Hello, my name is Evan Razmoff, and this is my social problems portfolio on poverty. So here we go. So for my introductory statement, poverty is a significant social issue that affects individuals and communities in countless ways. Media portrayals often focus on personal shortcomings rather than larger systematic problems like economic inequality, lack of access to education, and policy failures. My research question was how do media representations of poverty shape public understanding and attitudes toward those living in poverty? Um, I chose this topic because I've noticed how often poverty is how often poverty is oversimplified or stigmatized in the media. These portrayals influence how society views people experiencing poverty, and the kinds of policies that are proposed to address it. I wanted to explore how these narratives are constructed and how they could be used to promote more effective and equitable solutions. So my portfolio has the following sections: mind map, revised annotated bibliography, and my final artifact that I made. This project has been incredibly valuable to me. It helped me better understand poverty as a systematic issue rather than just a personal one. And it showed me how much media influences public opinion and policy. I didn't realize how damaging some portrayals of poverty can be or how they perpetuate stereotypes. If I had more time, I would have dug in deeper. And from more of a personal standpoint, I grew up in Seattle and poverty was huge. I mean, it was a massive gap between people who had it made and people who didn't have it made. And there was a lot of homelessness, and, it was just crazy to see. And I just wanted to see, just kind of research, dive a little bit deeper into why that is and how people get like that. So here's my mind map. I'm updating my map on poverty. Couple things that I added, I would say. First off is one of the big things is do drugs play a cause? And addiction can make it hard to keep a job, pay bills, or maintain housing. And poverty can also lead people to use drugs in a way to cope, creating a cycle that's hard to break. I've seen this with a couple people in my life, and it's very sad to see. How to escape poverty? I said getting out of poverty means finding stable work, gaining skills and education, and using resources like housing or food assistance to get back on your feet. It also takes managing money carefully and having a support system. I'd say managing money carefully is huge. Know where you're at, know how much you make, know what you really need to buy and what you can buy to be happy. And I think that's good. And then another thing is just potential solutions, I'd say, is good. Some strategies to help would be education and job training programs, social safety nets, and affordable housing and affordable healthcare access. I feel like affordable healthcare access is a huge one because, say, something goes wrong, something that you can't control, it's a little bit harder to get back on your feet, after going to the hospital because it's so expensive. I think that's huge. I've dealt with that even, not even being in poverty. So, and then here are some of my annotated bibliographies. Like I said, with my mind map, I added my answers to the question, like how drugs and inflation play a cause. Here's my revised annotated bibliography. I'm not going to totally read all the way through this, but I had a bunch of good sources on poverty and homelessness and housing crisis and just everything that plays into, not having money and poverty. One of my favorite ones so this one right here. Here we go. Yeah, okay. This one. So, are we solving homelessness or just hiding it? So, that was huge for me because a lot of people are in poverty because of homelessness, and just kind of the title jumps out at me because, in the abstract, I said the article explores the debate over temporary shelters versus long-term housing solutions, and fixing that fails to address the root cause of the problem, which is, I'd say, poverty. And I just visited Seattle again recently for Thanksgiving, and the title saying, "Are we solving homelessness or just hiding it?" It just kind of seemed like they just started relocating everybody to different areas, just so people don't see it or it's out of the way. So I wonder if we're really attacking that or we're just kind of putting it off to the side, because it's a very, very big problem. For the final artifact, I made it on that one app. So I just titled it The Real Effect of Poverty. I said people in poverty often struggle with things like bad health, unsafe living conditions, and not having good jobs. About 37.9 million people in the U.S. live in poverty, and 1 in 5 children are affected. I think that's huge. You look around people at your class, people in the community, and 1 in 5 is crazy. 1 of those 5 people are really struggling and going through it. So it puts it into perspective. A couple more percentage things here. In 2023, 12.4% of the people in the United States were living in poverty. 42.1 million people with a lack of education also plays a significant role in poverty, which is true. 31% of all young adults with a high school diploma are in poverty, which is crazy. Some ways to fix that would be improving education, affordable housing, affordable healthcare, food assistance, and lowering inflation. And here's some more kind of data facts here. So I like this one in the middle. 9.3% of all senior citizens live in poverty, which is crazy because, 10% is a lot if you think about it for all the old people. And it's a lot harder for them to get out because they think, maybe they don't have enough time, or is it worth it even? So that's sad to see. And 23% of all people living in poverty use drugs and have substance abuse. And I think that's one of the main reasons why people can't get back up on their feet, is because they're addicted to that. And last but not least, I'll wrap it up here. Quote from Abraham Lincoln: "The measure of a country's greatness is its ability to retain compassion in a time of crisis." And I said this quote speaks to how societies and governments should respond to poverty and inequality, emphasizing that true greatness is not just about wealth or power, but about the ability to care for the most vulnerable members during difficult times. I thought that was just a great quote by one of the greatest. And and then here are my citations. And that is my social problems portfolio. Thank you.